Good morning, children. Welcome to the science class. So, in the last class, we were in the lesson spoilage and wastage of food and food preservation, children. So, in today's class, we are going to learn the causes of the spoilage of food. So, just we have noticed that in the last class, if the food is not stored properly, it gets spoiled. So, before finding the causes of the spoilage of food, let us do one activity. Let us grow the bread mold. So, okay, for this, what we have to do, we have to take a piece of bread and we have to divide it into three parts. Okay, so here we are, it is as it is given in your textbook, the conditions that we have to apply accordingly only. Okay, as mentioned in your activity, children. So, now when we are taking the we have taken a piece of bread and divided into three parts. The first part, this is the first part. So this first part, we have to keep it in the, just for a few 10 minutes, we have to dry the piece of bread in sun and leave it on the kitchen shelf, okay, for 6 to 7 days. The second bread piece, that is bread piece, okay, the second one should be, we have to place it in the refrigerator for 6 to 7 days. The third bread piece, we have to keep the piece of bread in a box and just we have to sprinkle some water. Yes, so don't pour the water, just take little water and sprinkle it. What happens, it remains moist. Yes, so then what we have to do, and we have to close the lid. Yes, and we have to keep it for 6 to 7 days in the room temperature only. Okay, so now after 6 to 7 days we have to observe which piece of bread, so what has happened to these three pieces of bread. Here you can observe the three pieces of bread. The first one, it is in the center, children. It is kept outside. Yes, in the kitchen shelf for 6 to 7 days. The second one is kept in the refrigerator, and the third one is kept, it is made little moist, and then the lid is closed and it is kept in the airtight container. So now, yes, it is dried, it is refrigerated. The first one is dried, second one is refrigerated, the third one is moist and it is kept in a box. So this is the activity that is given in your textbook. Okay, so now we have to observe what has happened. So observations you have to write down in your textbook, children, with a pencil. So what is the first observation when the bread piece 1? So this is the bread piece 1. What do we observe? It becomes hard as it is dried. Okay, yes, and it is kept in a warm and dark place and it is dried, so it becomes hard. Yes, the second one, as it is kept in the refrigerator, it becomes soft. It becomes soft. So these observations you have to write down in the textbook. The third one, what has happened to this? You can observe in the third bread piece. You can observe the cottony growth. Okay, the cottony growth on the bread. Okay, is we can observe the cottony growth, and this cottony growth is called as, what is called, it is called as bread mold. It is called as bread mold. Okay, this bread mold start growing on the bread. Yes, so this mold is nothing but it is one type of fungus. What it is? One type of fungus. So now how we'll discuss what is the cause of this growing of the bread mold on the bread, and which leads to the spoilage of food. We cannot have this food, children. Yes, what is the reason we are going to learn under the heading the main causes of spoilage of food. Yes, in the main causes of spoilage of food, the first cause is, okay, is the microorganisms. The microorganisms are the tiny organisms that which we cannot see under microscope. Understood? So here you can observe the bacteria. Under the microscope you can observe the bacteria and the fungi. So these two microorganisms are responsible for the spoilage of food. These organisms, they tend to grow fast in the presence of moisture and warmth. If the food, okay, if it is moist and it is warmth and the conditions, the temperature is warm, what happens? These, they tend to grow, they start multiplying. You can observe in the activity given, children. Yes, the moisture and the temperature, that is, temperature is nothing but warmth. So these are the two important factors for the growth of the mold on the bread. Understood? So this can be, yes, these are the two causes and the two factors are moisture and warmth. Okay, so how can we prevent the food from getting spoiled? Okay, so here you can observe, how can we prevent, children? We have to remove the moisture from food. That means we have to dry it. So here you can observe, we have to dry it under the sunlight. This is the first okay, we have to keep in your mind. We have to prevent the food from getting spoiled. What we have to do? We have to remove the moisture from food. Okay, so that it should be dry. That means we have to some items should be dried in the sunlight, and some items, what we have to do? We have to keep the food in at the low temperature, that is in the room temperature. You can observe that the temperature is low, and these microorganisms, they cannot grow, or they cannot multiply in number. Hence, to reduce the chances of growth of fungi and bacteria, we have to keep the food in the low temperature. Understood? So this is the first cause. The second one is enzymes. So what are enzymes? Enzymes are the chemicals that are present in all the fruits and vegetables. Understood? So these enzymes, they are useful because they cause ripening of the fruits. The fruit, if it is raw, it will be bitter in taste. Understood? So the enzyme present in the fruit helps it to ripen. When the fruit is ripened, what happens? It is sweet to taste. It is soft. Understood? Yes, here you can observe the raw fruits are green in color and they are sour and bitter in taste. But when the fruit is ripened with the action of the enzymes, what happens? The color changes, it becomes sweet. Okay, yes. So these are the changes we can observe due to the action of enzymes. Here now, once the fruit is ripened, what happens? The next, these enzymes, they become more active. Yes, and they start, what they do? They speed up the chemical changes that result. As they speed up the chemical changes, if it is kept outside in the room temperature, what happens? Day by day, the fruit will lose its flavor. Okay, the flavor, good aroma, the color and appearance. You can observe in the picture. It is due to the action of enzymes. Okay, so the enzymes not only help in ripening, but also it helps in losing the flavor, color and appearance of the fruit. Understood? So it speeds up the chemical changes. Yes, which results in the spoilage of the food products. Here you can observe, first it was the raw banana. I think you have observed in your home. When it will be hard, it will not be soft, it will be little hard, it is not still ripened. The next day, due to the action of enzymes present in the banana, it changes into yellow color. The next day, what happens? Slowly, okay, 2 or 3 days, it starts ripening. And it starts, what happens? You can observe the black color in the second picture. This third one, in whole banana is becoming black and it is spoiled and it is not fit for to consume. Understood? Yes. So here these enzymes, they help in as they speed up the chemical changes. What they do? They result in the loss of flavor, color and appearance. The color changes, the appearance changes, and the flavor also. We cannot eat. We cannot have the banana. Understood? Due to the enzymes. Okay, children. Yes. So here you can observe it is due to the enzymes the banana are being rotten, we cannot have them. So here also you can observe the color, the flavor and the appearance are also being changed due to the enzyme, due to the action of enzymes on this apple, that is the green apple. Understood? Yes. So today we have learned about the causes of the spoilage of food, children. In the next class we'll move on, we'll just read the third cause. Okay, so till now we have completed the two causes that leads to the spoilage of food, that is microorganisms and enzymes. Okay children, I'll meet you in the next class with the third cause. Okay, thank you.